we go. On Thursday, the 6th of April, chapter 17 of book 2 of Apuleius. Nec mora. Neither was a delay when omnibus illis, this is the dative ablative plural, vasculus, these are little dishes, kiparius is the food. So when all of these little dishes of food were wrapped in, that means they were grabbed, they've all been removed. It looks like cunctis suis lacinus, all the clothes are removed, and she's standing there renudita, naked, with her ablative absolute, crinibusque dissolutus, with the hair flowing down, it's not held up, to hilarem lascivium. This hilarem means she's happy or jocular. So in her lascivious, this is her wantonness. So in her happy wantonness, she's in speciem veneris, she's in the appearance of Venus, quae, who is subit, going up from under, from the accusative here, so it's not coming out of, which should take the X in the ablative or ab and ablative. She's rising up from the marinos fluctos, these are the waves of the ocean, in the appearance of Venus. It's pulchre reformata, so she's reformed from a woman who's naked into the appearance of Venus coming up from the ocean. And Paulus, adverb, and a little, etiam, even, glabellum. This means it's actually an English word comes from that. Means fully shaven, feminal. There's two different words. One is the noun feminal, that comes from femina, the woman, comes through a woman's private parts, and the other comes from fema, which is clothing that covers the fema. But this would be her private parts are glabellum, so she's shaved her private parts, and palm multa, with the palm, a little palm of a hand, rosea, says like a rose, she's covering up her shaved pubic mound or something you might want to say. Potius ob umbrans, pretty shady like you might want to say, covering it up. De industria means on purpose, it's a little phrase, which was tegens, covering her modestia veracundia. So you could tell she had shaved her private parts, but she was with a palm, a rosy palm. She was obumbering, she was shading it on purpose. It looks like in a veracundia, in modesty. Okay, she's about to speak, so she's shadowing her private parts rather than completely covering them. And she says, inquit. She says, proliar, this is a deponent, so it's imperative. Battle, she says, and proliar fortita, battle bravely. Enem, for, nec, neither shall I cedam to you, so neither shall I give way to you, or let it be easy for you, or, and nec again, nec, correlatives, and neither shall I vortam, neither shall I turn my terga, my back to you. Comminus, this is the adverb for up close, hand-to-hand combat. E minus is long distance, so into aspectum, into her sight, coming right at her, in with the accusative means towards her, with hand-to-hand combat. Si vires, if you are a man, and it's not in the subjunctive, so. And derige, looks like another imperative, be wrecked, and grassare, this can be used to attack. Navata, that's with energy basically, it's another adverb. And occide moritaris, so you need to attack and kill because you're about to die, moritoris. Herdiana, it's a longer word for today. Pugna, fight today, not habet missionem. As you know, from missio, mito, to sand, it can get omit from that as well, so we'll be not conceding or not be giving up in the battle today, something like that. Hey, these things, sometimes it could be these words, these things, simuldeacon, saying these things at the same time. She inscensoed, which means she climbed up onto the grabatulo, probably onto the cot, into the bed, super me, above me, sensim, it's in the im family of adverbs, so it's gradually or slowly, she was re-sitting. She was sitting on me, and cribra, frequent subcilians, bouncing up and down, lubrisque gestibus are motions, so lubricus is like lubricated or in a slippery motion. She was bouncing up and down on me. mobilium spinum with a flexible spine, quaternions shaking. The pendulous Venus, so Venus is like hanging. I think they translate as like Venus hanging on a swing or something. Fructu meo, this is for his enjoyment in the first person. He was satiated, so he was satiated. Usque, can mean up to as long as or continuously throughout a period. Dum, and then lassus animus, we have tired bodies, and our marcidus artibus, our joints are withered away basically, and defatigued, so we're the two of them got fatigued, very tired bodies and joints. Simul ambo, at the same time both of us, corruimus, we collapse, we rush down, and into mutos implexus, and into our mutual embraces. Our animus, this is like our souls or our lungs even, there should be a space there. We were inhalanting, so they were breathing heavily as well. So in these, in huis modo, and of these types of conluctationibus, luctantium is wrestling. Con comes from con, just means together, wrestling together in this way, in this type of way. Ad confenia lucus, till the boundary of dawn, until dawn was coming through the night, I'm guessing, was queer again, continuously probably. We egemused, we continued our our vigil of being awake and wrestling. Interdum, sometimes with poculus, with cups, which were refoventings, this is present participle plural, refreshing our lassitudinem, our tiredness, and incitantes, our libido, and exciting their libido again. So they took some time out to drink some more wine, refresh their tiredness, incite their libidos, and integrantes, another present participle, their voluptem, their pleasures. Might make a daily dictionary word out of that. Okay, wasn't easy to find one from the present participle, but this side has to renew or refresh. You can get the actives, passives, participles. This is the Cactus 2000 site. Here it is, it's the plural meaning from to integrare. If I Google that, probably would have come up better than a participle. To renew and to refresh, or there's German and French there as well. Okay, ad cuis noctis exemplar similes, so two similar examples. Looks like similes taking the dative, the adjectives taking the dative. Two similar examples of this night. We had struximus, we constructed, alias other nights, it's female, plus coolers, this is more, and it's the diminutive of more, so a few more little nights similar to this we constructed or did. 18. Forte, by chance, quodam die, on a certain day, Dei meo, concerning me, Borea, that's that other woman, she contended or strove with magno opere, with great labour, apud me, canule interessem. So intersum means to be present, or this is the SM version of it. So she strove to be with me for a cannula, a little dinner, and cum impendio, there's a noun impendium, there's also an adverb that comes from it. It went to great lengths to, with great effort, he tried to make an excuserum. Lucius was making excuses at great lengths, but she negated, she denied him veniam, pardon. She wouldn't take no for an answer. Ergo igitur, therefore then, Photis, the girl Photis he spent the night wrestling with, adiunda erat, that's the gerund version of must be done. So Photis had to be approached, adiunda, he had to go to her, and de nuto, concerning her nodding in agreement of this concilium, of this plan of going to Brenner's place for a dinner. It was velut, as if, petendum, as if he was seeking, or spices. These are like of a religious nature. But so we had to go to Photis and get her to nod and agree that he should do this. And he did it to get her all spices. Quae, which, as we see Latin start sentences with relatives, which, quam, although invita, she was unwilling. Quod, looks like a that. Digredia, I should digrade, I should go away. Latius, rather further from her, a says from her, and ungue, which is a fingernail or toenail, but in English they stretch it and say, like, I don't want it to go further than a hair's breadth or something, but the Latin says then from a fingernail. Tamen, nevertheless, comita, in a friendly way, the adverb. Ambitoria militae breve comitum, as we see, comitum is used in war things for provision, but it's also used for an absence or leave. She indulged it. So she indulged Lucius in a breve comitum, in a short leave of their amatoria militae, of their loving fights. They're not really fighting. Said, but he is too, hey you, she inquired, she said, cave, imperative, regrediare, take care, and and come back from the cena, the dinner, maturius, rather early or sooner, and she's giving some reason. Nam 4, visano factio, an insane faction of the most nobilissimorum juventum, that's a superlative, of the most noble of the young men, pacem publicum infesting. They're infesting the public peace, or they're disturbing the public peace, you might want to say. Passim, everywhere. True kidatos, it's plural, accusative. These are cut down people. The true kidakos people are through the per medias platius, through the middle of the streets, vidibus, you will see, it's a head verb taking the infinitive, you will see lying everywhere, cut down people. And neck, neither is there praesidis auxiliary, neither is the auxiliary or the help from the garrisons or of any protection. Longinqua levare civitatem tenda clade possan. So these garrisons are not able to alleviate or lighten any of this danger of tanta clade, of such a slaughter, because longinqua means they're a long way away. Civitatem, that's the people. It's like factio is a group of people, but it just takes the singular, like multitude and all that, etc. Tibi, the dative, to you, viro, but or moreover for you, the splendor fortuna, the splendor of the fortune, there will be insidious to you. This is like treachery or ambushes will be for you, because he's got a lot of fortune, and they will be contemptuous, even, he will be contemptuous, he'll be scorned or even, or looked down upon even. Poterit ad ferre, so they're able to bring this contempt to him, even because he's a peregrinationis, he's a foreigner in these parts. So I guess that's another reason to rob him. And we're nearly done. Fac. Make it sine cura. Now, fac's one of those verbs that doesn't take an ut. You can just put the subjunctive there. So, fac sine cura. So, be without any cares. Inque I said. There's a subjunctive. Sis. Fotis me, and my fotis. So, you should be without any care, my fotis. Nam 4. Prater. Besides, quod, we'll just take that as that. Well, besides that, Apuleius aliens, other people's dinners, voluptus meus, my pleasures, antiferum. So, I prefer my pleasures to other people's dinners. And metum, fear even, istum, and that fear even, tibi, to you, is fear to you even, demam, drive it away. I should drive it away because there's an M there. By my maturity regression, because I will come home early. Okay, nectamen, so neither yet, or you can't really say nevertheless when it's this early on, still or yet, I will go in comitatus. I will not be going, there's the neck for not, I'll not be going unaccomplished. So comitus means you're going, in comitus means without a companion. 4, gladioli, it's not the flower, solito, for my solito, my custom little sword or dagger, cinctus, I'm cinctus with it, I have it, I'm girded with it, or it's at my belt, altrinsequus at my side ipsi, ipsi's himself, So my safety gets to both. So he's going to be wearing it or carrying it. This will be mere procedure. My protection will be that he'll be wearing his custom little sword, Quinctus, at his side, and that shall be his safety. And that's the end of that quote. So sic, thus, paratus, thus prepared, committo me to the kenna. I committed myself, or I went off, you might want to say, to the dinner, the kenna. That's it for the day.